What's up, y'all? So this is the next day. It is Sunday. I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna wait to go have the exhaust done professionally, but I need to hear some noises. So today we're gonna be cutting the mufflers off and just seeing how loud it can get just with the big mufflers. Like, it is fully stock under here. So we're gonna take these bad boys off. We're gonna cut them right there, angle it down, and hopefully we'll get some good exhaust sounds. I'm hoping that's what we're doing. I did take one of these spacers off. I did have some spacers laying around that are kind of a little bit shorter. I don't know if you can see that, but a little bit shorter than these spacers right here. And it brought the wheel in just a tad, but it's still poking. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take the spacer off completely and see if it actually clears. I'm hoping it will, but
Find out today.
yeah, find out today. All right, so here's the update, right? So we had to fight to get those bolts off the flange to even think about putting the new gaskets on. And then we were like, might as well punch the third cat out. So then we had to struggle with getting the thing out of this, the end section right there. And that took forever.
Got it.
So now we're gonna punch it out.
Daggum right.
We're gonna make it louder.
Yes, sir. Listen here, ladies and gentlemen. When you punch the third cat out, you're not gonna piss off the EPA. Okay? See, back there behind them's ones. That's your EPA cats.
Okay,
so
yeah.
EPA
Uh-huh.
can't say nothing to you about that. Okay?
Me personally, I've never did this to a cat before. I've always gotten just straight piped. So I've never actually had a third cat before on any of my cars. They've always been just the two up front. So with this having an extra third cat, Japan knew what they were doing back in the day to make this thing really quiet and EPA certified. But 25 years later, you got a couple of fools messing on cars, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's the progress. I'm gonna throw one of these O2 sensor adapters in. It's already got it on that side. I'm gonna throw it on the other side because I do have a check engine light for one of the O2 sensors. So definitely gonna do that too. Shout out to minicatalysador.com. That's where you get them.
Before y'all say anything, O2 sensors are down there.
Mm-hmm.
Exhaust travels this way.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't gonna cause a check engine light.
It ain't gonna cause it, boy.
Don't do it.
Oh, yeah, bud.
Goodbye, quiet. Hey, just a tidbit for y'all. This ain't California. Yeah.
Dude, it's coming out pretty good, actually.
It actually is. Way easier than my WRX. Oh, here's this. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, bud.
That was a good crack right
Like, it's like you get your back cracked and you're like, oh, yeah.
there.
You don't want to breathe that in.
Right. Gonna be breathing in like plutonium.
Oh, yeah. All right, y'all, so I am back. Had a little bit of a dilemma. I couldn't decide whether I wanted to do this or not, but I'm going full speed ahead on it, boys. So, in the meantime, what we did was put the ESR wheels on the 400 and then put the Maserati wheels on the Ls430. Now, this is just temporary on the 430 because it's not what I want on the 430. So, I mean, it's just temporary for right now. But I definitely think the ESRs look better on the 400 than the 430, simply because the wrap turns purple in the sun. So I feel like the white would offset it with the purple and matches my mirrors. So that's what we're doing right now. Was waiting on Amazon to come in so I can fix that horrible exhaust leak That's why I didn't show an exhaust clip yet, because it just sounds horrible right now. So we're gonna throw these on. And I got some HIDs because one of the bulbs is out. So I'm gonna put that in as well. And then maybe next weekend I'm gonna do the valve cover gasket on that side because it is leaking pretty bad. But what you guys think, man? Let me know in the comments if you think these look way better on the 400. What do you think? It's good. But yeah, so we're gonna do this real quick, put the wheels back on this side, and then we're going to put that gasket on and give you a little revy rev. All right, so we just got done putting everything back together, and this is the startup of a lifetime. Oh my God, dude. All right, guys, so this is the next day. Today we are going to be finally getting some tint put on this Hogue. As you can see, it is kind of fishbowl. Previous owner had some tint on it. You see the tint is peeling away. But we are going to get some tint. But first, I need to get some new rubbers on the front. I don't know if you could tell. It's not that bad, but there's some wires showing on the inner side of this tire. Which, I mean, these were on the Lexus, and the Lexus is slammed and it's got some camber. So that explains why. So we're just going to get the front two replaced today. The rears are still okay. I don't really feel like spending that much money on getting some, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But we are on the way. Give you guys a quick cold start. So we just made it to the tire shop. You can see these things are cooked. Yeah, that side is cooked. We're gonna get some new rubbers in the front, and then we're gonna go get the windows tinted. Also, we are at the tint shop. We are at Discreet Tints. Shout out my boy Brandon over there. Yep. We're gonna go ahead and get this Lexus tinted. So first we had to remove the door panels because the previous owner had the windows tinted, but he kind of took the tint off. So now there's a bunch of glue. So now we got to remove the glue, get the windows looking clean, and then we can go ahead and start tinting. Just got done doing the back glass. That shit was a bitch. If you ever own a Ls430, if you're gonna tint the windows in the back, you definitely got to sand the defrost lines down. That's what we ran into the issue before when we first put it on. Just the edges of the frost lines. That's where most of the bubbles were, and we couldn't get them out. So we had to restart. We had to sand it with some 2000 grit, and then clay bar the whole windshield or window, and laid it back, and now it looks really good. So definitely, if you own an Ls430, that's what you definitely gonna have to do in order to get this back once it lay down good. Ain't that right?
Yes, sir. Sanding things down.
Yeah. All right, you guys, so it's the next day. Unfortunately, my boy could not tint the windows. For some reason, it was just a little too hard for him. But he did tint the back windshield, so that's good. But I might have, I'm going to another guy, I might have him redo it since it is peaking a little bit. You can see some peaks and there's some bubbles and stuff in it. But we're heading over there right now. I got to drop the vehicle off because it is a Monday and I do have to go to work. Still got to make some money today. So we're going to drop it off, and then I'm going to drive the Ls400 today. But let's go ahead and go over there. All right, y'all, so I just left work. About to go pick up the Lexus. The dude sent me pictures. Honestly, it looks so good. I ain't gonna lie, I miss driving this thing daily. You know, still got to give love to the 400, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about y'all, but how loud is too loud for y'all? Like, is this too loud? that loud or not? Or should I keep going? Because I mean, it's full straight pipe from the back. All I gotta do now is just hollow out the cats in the front. But I mean, I don't know. I think this is just obnoxious loud. What do y'all think? I ain't gonna lie, that shit is like obnoxious as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. I'm definitely gonna be putting some mufflers on this hoe because it is like loud as fuck, and everybody looks at me and they just shake their head, and I'm just like, well, such a beautiful day out. Like, look at it, man. Such a beautiful day. I ain't gonna lie. I can't wait to look at this 430, man. This 430 is gonna be crazy. I can't wait for the build that I'm about to do with this thing. And now since we got the tent done, next thing definitely is coilovers. Next thing is to fix that monster truck. I don't know what coilovers I should get. I'm leaning more towards Godspeeds because they are like definitely affordable. They're not cheap, but they're not expensive, you know what I'm saying? Like the 400 has the max speed and rods. They're about like 350 bucks, but I mean they work, you know what I'm saying? But they're not the best ride quality, you know. But like I said, bro, they're literally 300 bucks. So definitely thinking about Godspeeds, and then definitely some new wheels. I mean, the Maserati wheels will look good. I don't know. We'll see when we drop the thing. We'll see how good it looks. But yeah, man, can't wait to go pick up the 430. I gotta go to my crib real quick and get the keys and some money for the guy. But we will be there here in a minute. All right, you guys, so this is the tent. So I went with 5% all the way around. The windshield, I didn't get it tinted yet because I'm going to be doing the Benz blue factory tint. How the Range Rovers and the Mercedes-Benz has that blue factory tint in the front. So I'm going with that in the front, but I did 5% all the way around. Let's go. Shout out my boy at Discreet Tints as well as Major Aesthetics for getting the rest done. Turned out really good, but now we're on to a different project. So if you guys own the Ls430s or the 400s, you always know that the rear speaker or the sub blows. So this is what we're doing. I originally had this in the 400 because it did the same thing. It blew the rear sub. So this is an 8-inch Scar Audio. You get this from Amazon. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use the factory mounting bracket that came on this one. And I'm going to be drilling some self-tappers in these holes right here. Right there. Drilling them through just to hold it in place because this thing really bumps. Like, you think this bumps? If yours is still good, comment down below if yours isn't blown yet. But this thing bumps. You see the fat little cone on it? And that big magnet on the back? Yeah. So this thing bumps. So that's what we're doing right now. If you ever have ultra luxury version, you know it's hard as hell to get these back seats out just far enough to even think about getting to the rear sub. So I just had to look up a YouTube video on that. It's not really bad. It could be better, but with all the technology, you can see you got the massager right there, and all these modules and stuff on the back of each seat. It's definitely a pain. So right now I'm going to be basically cutting this because I need a factory connector to connect so it'll get power. I'm going to be cutting this. I'm going to be using some speaker wire, black on black, red on red, and then I'm going to have them come out and connect to this. And then that way I can use the factory connector so it'll play, so I don't have to find another power source to it. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of these self-tappers in. All right, you guys, so that is going to be it for today's video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the Ls430. Definitely got some plans for it in the future. But until then, I will see you guys in the next one.
Gucci mine a flip, Gucci shopping, feel splash. Gucci mine drive a drop.